Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over my gaming backlog. So if you look here, there's a stack of some of the Switch games that I have that are on my backlog, and plus a little more that I don't have here. So if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe, but let's get right into it. So like I said in my first video, I'm a big fan of JRPGs, and a couple of the games here are JRPGs, but before we even get into that, I also play other games. So the first game on this list is Red Dead Redemption on the Switch. So if you notice, there's a bunch of Japanese writing on there. I actually got this from a friend in Japan. Like, we went over to their house, me and my fiance went over to their house, and then we were just like hanging out with them. He's a big video game player too, and he was just like, here, you can have this, like, such a great game and everything. And he was like saying like, oh, great story, great gameplay and everything. So he just gave it to me as a gift. So really appreciative to him and his wife. But yeah, this is on my backlog. I played it a little bit, and you can see in some of my gameplay, I did play it just a little bit, but it's an open world game, so it's like those type of games where you can just get lost in it and just like play it for hours. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to play this one. But first game on my backlog. All right, second game on my backlog here is one I got recently. I think I got this for Christmas from my brother. It's Triangle Strategy. So this one is, yeah, I love these strategy games. The very first exposure that I had to these kind of games were Final Fantasy VII Tactics Advanced. I played it emulated on my like DS Lite for several hours, and then I think I soft locked myself in the game, and I couldn't go any further. You guys know how it is sometimes. But yeah, that was my first experience in tactical games, and Triangle Strategy is almost like it looks just like Final Fantasy Tactics. So I heard lots and lots of great things about this game, and you know, the gameplay is great, and there's like a decision system where you can like answer certain questions, and it gives you different kind of outcomes. So super stoked to play this game eventually. I probably won't touch another strategy game for a while after finishing Unicorn Overlord, which I have right here. But yeah, looking forward to that one. All right, next game on my list is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Yeah, this is, well, I don't know what else I could say about this game, but I just know how big it is, and a lot of feedback and reviews I've watched about this game is that it's a huge game. Great story. I try to like avoid spoilers, so even though I do listen to the reviews, I try not to watch it so I don't get spoiled about it. But yeah, this is a game I can't wait to get into, because there's 2 more games after that, and you have Xenoblade Chronicles X that came out on the Switch too. Yeah, and actually, funny story, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent here. I don't know if you guys remember, like, I could say like maybe 10 years ago when they were still trying to bring Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, and I think it was another game called like The Last Story. There was like a petition going around to bring this game and localize it for the US, because they only had it in Japan at that time. So I remember I was one of those few people out there that actually signed the petition to get this game localized for the US. And I was like, you know, tell my brother. I was probably like like a teenager at that point. I was like, hey, you better sign this so they can bring this game. But funny enough, 10 years later, or however long, I know it's a long time, I still haven't played the game. But I'm glad that it's here in the States, and I guess you could say a little bit of why it's in the States is because I signed it. I'm just kidding, you know. Yeah, super looking forward to playing this one. And there's a bonus one while we're at it in here. I have Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but not 2. I'll get 2 eventually, but I bought this off of my friend. Before I get into this next game that I have here, a game I have since I'm trying to complete all the Final Fantasy games, another game that I have that I don't currently have with me is Final Fantasy VIII. So up until Final Fantasy VIII, I completed everything before that. But yeah, that's another game that's on my list I don't have here. Alright, so next game that I have on my backlog is Live Alive. I don't know if it's Live Alive or Live Alive or whatever it may be, but I've seen this game, I've seen reviews, and it's basically like an old like Super Nintendo game that they eventually brought to the US for the first time on the Switch in a remastered form. So as you can see, it's still in its like plastic wrap that I have here, and I haven't opened it. I bought it quite a while back, a couple months back, and yeah, it's on my backlog. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this one also. The thing is, I don't know a lot about it. I just know a lot of people who are into JRPGs really liked it, so I bought it, and I don't know much about it, and I think that's a good thing. So going in somewhat blind into Live Alive, so that's on my backlog. So this next one is actually really popular, and it's on the Switch, and I bought it, I think it was on sale. It was like Black Friday or something, and I was like, ooh, on sale, I'll pick it up now. And that's Persona 5 Royal. A lot of great things about Persona 5, a lot about the Persona series in general. They also have Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Reload or something. You know, doing a couple searches on Reddit and whatnot, talking about Persona 5. It's a great entry into the series and a good intro into like Persona. So I was thinking of starting back at like Persona 1 or whatever that is, but Persona 5 seems to be the one that most people, if you're first to a series, get into. I don't really know much about Persona. So I like going into a lot of my games blind and knowing at least amount as possible. I do watch and listen to reviews and try not to watch the gameplay and whatnot. This is like kind of towards the bottom because I know that once I get into like a game like this, whew, yeah, I'm not gonna have a life. And last but not least on this list is Final Fantasy IX. So I bought this off of Play Asia. It's still in its wrapping. I have not opened it yet, but I will be opening it soon as I finish Final Fantasy VIII. Like I said in my first video, this was a game that my dad would play and I would watch him play. You know, I would watch him, I'd copy like the you know, battle animations, or like kind of like standing there, like, you know, moving up and down like an NPC kind of thing. So even though I haven't really played this, I played this a little bit a while back. Funny enough, like our disc 2 for this game we had on the PS1 didn't work, so we had to like buy like a disc 2 off of eBay in order to like continue on to the game. But I never actually got anywhere. I probably got to like 5-10 hours into the game, nowhere near, you know, anywhere, I'd assume. But yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. The music, the characters, you can see all the characters are here in the front. I don't know, I used to stare at the original PS1 cover and then look at this guy like far right. I used to think he was a chicken. Like, I don't know, I get very nostalgic when I see the art, especially for the characters here, because like, even though I've never played it, it was definitely a game that I, for lack of a better word, I have nostalgia for. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this as soon as I finish Final Fantasy VIII. Looking forward to it. And now I have a bunch of other games that are on my backlog that I don't have on Switch. A lot of them just being games that I've seen, I haven't quite bought yet, or I do have it, but I don't have it with me. One of them is Ghost of Tsushima. I played like maybe 2 hours into it. Open world once again, so I'm like the type where like I want to complete everything, get every single item, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off of that one a little bit. Another one is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh man, that I played a little bit into that. Once again, open world, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to get into this one. Resident Evil 3 remake and Resident Evil 4, the remake version. My brother, he played the 4 remake, and that looks like such a fun game. And I kind of want to start and finish Resident Evil 4, the original one, first, so I can see all the improvements that they put into Resident Evil 4. Oh, I forgot one. Clear Obscure Expedition 33. That's one that's like high on my list right now. You know, beating out most of the games that are right here. Problem is I don't have a PS5 to play it, and I've been looking everywhere nearby to just pick it up, and no one has it. GameStop, Walmart, Target, Amazon is like selling it for $70, and people on eBay are selling it for $60-$70. In the comments below, leave the top like 5 games that you are looking forward to playing or you have on your backlog right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more gaming content and game discussions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.